What up, we filled? What up, y'all's week? This camera is crooked, we need to straighten it. We've been looking at some new equipment, some new lighting, stuff like that too, video editing, try to get the improve the quality or take ourselves up to the next level, a new notch, beloved. But in the meantime, we working with what we got, and we are so grateful to all of you who come back around to get these messages. What up, y'all? Week, what it do? Welcome back to the week here, y'all. Welcome to you. If you're new, hey, welcome to you too. Come on here, don't click off, don't go, stay. We're gonna do a read-in. We are a spiritual messenger, a spiritual reader, channeled messenger, channeling messages from the spirit of the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega. Yes, beloved, the infinite intelligence is breathing. It is. It lives. It lives in me. It lives in thee. It is written on everything. It is. I am feeling 7 spiritual laws of success. That's what the spirit just got. I'm feeling the energy of detachment. I'm feeling the energy of least effort. We also have spiritual tarot. I feel like we're going to pick from that. And something from out of here, the creativity. Couple of books. I feel this in reverse, like somebody's creativity is running low. So maybe you need some inspiration, some motivation, you know what I'm saying? Thank you to the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega, who brings the messages. It is definitely not on to us, beloved, not none of it. We appreciate your energy, your likes, your thumbs up, right? Boom. If you are new and you like the vibe, subscribe. Please join us. We would love to have you connected with us. You already the wheat, beloved, call for good bread. And, if you're a cross-watching here, you're welcome here too, okay? We pray for everyone, and we also pray for you. We do mental block. See? Mental block. Creativity may be feeling low. It's something between that, right? We see the energy of somebody feeling unsettled. What's in the gut? Escapism. Detached from. See, we spoke about detachment. We were feeling the law of detachment. What does that say? Detach. Detach from daily struggles and relax. But don't use it as a form of avoidance. I'm feeling that. Feeling lost. Escapism, feeling lost in thought, maybe materialism. That could be an escape. Shop therapy. We resisted the need to shop today. We did. We bought some stuff for the yard, for the weeds. And that was pretty much it. Vulnerability. I'm seeing that diamond. Pressure. Face hidden anxieties and insecurities head on. And don't let them control you. Don't let them control you. I'm feeling something else. Yes. Vulnerability, escapism, mental block. We saw artists, right? We saw artists. Yes, artists. You may be an artist and you may be struggling with a lack of creativity. You may be, like how we were just saying, looking for something to, or just daydreaming, pondering, brainstorming on ways to increase your creativity, get it back, motivation, inspiration, you know what I mean? Trying to stay away from things that really don't help the situation. Loss. Again, we felt somebody feeling lost. A feeling of being lost. Don't let past setbacks define your future. Stay focused on your positive outcome, as your thoughts and beliefs will directly affect your reality. Researching. We were researching editing apps, thinking about new lighting apparatus to brighten things up, improve the video quality of the production, things that'll take us to the next level, beloved. Dream job. Dream job. Yes, I feel this is our dream job, beloved. It's not even work to us. It's not. I choose to pursue peace and happiness every day. What is your pursuit? The pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of your dreams, beloved. And somebody's definitely mentally blocked because of it. Probably because of that pursuit. Sometimes you feel like you run into a blockage. You can't think of anything new, right? You know what I mean? Like the ideas aren't coming and your creativity is suffering. Fear of failure, which we read. It may keep you stuck, right? Break free from limits to unlock your potential, beloved. You know, detach from the daily struggles. Relax, meditate, get out into nature. We sat on the porch for a nice little minute, listening to the soundtrack of nature, kind of peruse social media, just listening to stuff that's either funny or, you know, just away from what we do. You know what I mean? Something that would inspire us. We were actually looking at the Simone Biles workout session. You talking about some Jen, man, look, she do some touch toe leg lifts. Like, you know how you hold the bar and you raise your legs up, but you ain't just raising them up to an L. She go all the way up and touch the bar with her toes and bring them legs all the way back down and all the way back up. I mean, she do push-ups upside down, like when you put your leg on the block and you upside down like this and you going down to really work them shoulders. Her ab routine is something I ain't never seen before, beloved. That's definitely some creativity. I was like, ooh, we could probably get one of them little yoga blocks that help you with your stretching and give you that extra little lift and support for beginners. Put them in between her two legs and graze up, take the block, go down, put it back. I mean, like, and she do it so fast. It's like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, this chick is a whole machine. Go ahead on, such. You talking about the GOAT having earned that title, but you know she done been through so many things that would have people just really out the game. A forerunner, not only in gymnastics, like being one of the greatest athletes of all time, like hands down, beloved, but a mental health advocate, advocate for SA, like all, and bring it to the forefront a lot of what these girls go through in terms of that, and then being 27 years old and still being one of the greatest to do it. I'm talking about at the top of her career where most people will be ready to retire. You talking about hands down is the bar, beloved. Creativity. Creating a whole new pathway. I'm saying like, thank you to the Most High God. This one. Trust. Most High God, pull a trust. Trust in self. Trust in the Most High God. Trust in your potential. Trust in your ability. Trust in your talent. And I'm talking about putting together with that discipline, that mental strength, because 90% of it is mental. To tell yourself you can do it, you can get through it, you can resist, you can persist, you can get through it, beloved. Like, I'm the best. It ain't no count with me. I'm only competing with myself, and that's it. Simone Biles ain't got no competition. The only competition for Simone Biles is Simone Biles. Like, that's it. Like, her last track run, her last competition. What did I do the last time? That's it. That's it. You talking about sweeping the game with 6 and 7 points ahead of everybody else. She in a class all. Her and her spirit guides. That's it. We would say by herself, but we know she ain't by herself. She ain't by herself. Trust. Trust that you were born a creative being and have never stopped being one. Never stopped. The trust card is an indication that you need to get to know all aspects of your situation so that you can trust yourself, another person, or the creative process itself. The creative process itself. I mean, I'm feeling that up and down, the wave. It's a frequency. And again, one of the cool things about matter, right? Light, or just atoms, frequency, subatomic particles, right? Subatomic particles behave like a wave when they're not being observed. It's a frequency. It's only when you observe a thing does it present itself in materialism, in the material, as a thing. And it's based on how you see it. You see it still as a wave, energy, then that's what you see. If you see it condensed into solid matter, tangible, that's what it is. It's an atom. Other than that, it's a wave. It's energy. And everything has an energetic cycle, an energetic flow. Anything that's flatline, I almost said fly iron. I don't know. Maybe somebody flat iron their hair or something like that. I don't know. Anything that's flat line, that's flat, a flat line is dead. There's no beat. There's no rhythm. There's no resonance. There's no frequency running through it. Frequency creates motion, emotion, energy in motion, right? It says, it can also indicate that someone involved in the situation in question might have an issue trusting others, or in rare instances, this other person may not be trustworthy. Somebody may not be trustworthy. Relationships are built on trust, beloved. Relationship with self, relationship with other selves. Since creativity most involves doing things in a new and substantially different way, the lack of trust in any part of your plan practically guarantees it will fail. Trust the process, beloved. Trust it. Trust in one's ability. We were just talking about Simone Biles and how she trusts in her abilities, right? Trust in one's ability is often an issue when you are new to identifying yourself as a creative person. If you all never considered yourself as a creative person before, believing what you're creating or that other people will accept your creation, right? Maybe we're growing, but you get to a place where it's like almost like an impasse. What do I need to do to push past this block? What do I need to do to open things up? I need inspiration. I need motivation. I need a way to take it to the next level. Needing new bait, essentially, right? Is it the background? Is it the lighting? Is it the production quality? Is it the sound? Is it the content? Reevaluating in that space to see what the is it? Just saying. It says, a record of accomplishments makes it easier to trust someone. A record, anything else in here, beloved? No. A record of accomplishments, right, makes it easier to trust someone. So if somebody has a track record of being untrustworthy, then you're probably not going to trust them. But if they have a track record of being trustworthy, then you're like, okay, I can get with that. I can lend you my trust. I give you the benefit of the doubt. Instead of not even just benefit of the doubt, I trust you. I trust you to do what you've always done. And you base that on their track record. Now, for you, in terms of creativity, when you look back over your record, have people generally been enthused or inspired by whatever it is that you create? Yes. Yes. And since we can go back and see that track record, it's like, okay, we know that we can trust in our abilities. We trust in our abilities. We trust in the gift. And the cards don't lie. The Most High God, Alpha and Omega, brings the message. So it's definitely not on to us, beloved. And we trust that. And even if things feel like it's being held in a bubble, like it's tightly, it's closed up, it's like contained right now, we know it's for a reason. Even if we have an issue with divine timing, waiting, because it is our dream job. It is to give messages on location and do it from anywhere, but we have to have large enough audience and following and support in order for that dream job to, provisions, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to the spiritual tarot. Thank you to the Most High God. Oh, I hear it. You hear it? Oh, yeah, you said it. You, Alpha said it. Y'all hear it? You feel it? You feel it? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, let's get him out weak. Let's get it. Hey, get him out weak. Let's get it. Oh, let's get it. Yes. Let's get fired up. Let's get inspired. Let's get hyped up. Throw them praises up. The Most High God come down and sit on the throne of the praise, bringing us into alignment, that frequency, that vibration. I feel it rising. Yes, let's get it. Most High God say, this one. 7 of Cups. Daydreaming. Options. Trying to figure something out. Adjacent possibilities. Yeah, I mean, let's see. And we see dreams here. We see, I'm here to remind you that you can have it all. You can have it all. You don't have to settle for anything yet. You don't, beloved, because there's so much abundance to choose from. So many possibilities, so much potentiality that's there. I'm talking about endless creativity. Sometimes you need to disconnect for a minute and just go listen to the soundtrack of creation and let those ideas flow in. Like, evaluate, reevaluate. But either way, I feel like it's going to be worth the wait. I encourage you to look beneath the surface glitter of the riches you feel you must have. I encourage you to look beneath the surface glitter of the riches you feel you must have. And I'm getting called back to that card. It said materialism. Is it for materialism? No. It's for the sake of doing the work that you've been called to do. To create whatever it is that the Most High God has put in you to generate this thing. They are using you, the vessel, to work through, to create a thing. And it is working things out in you as you are being used for this product to come through. It's a dual action, preparing you for the success that will ultimately come in. And I feel diligence, I feel commitment. I'm also being, again, come sit back and look at things. I feel the beginning and the ending to the beginning, and you will rise, right? It's something going on in this space. It's not flatlined. It may be feeling like still waters, but water still flows. There's still a wave that's going. Water is never still, And if it is still, then there's something going on with that. It is water that I'm hearing stale. I'm hearing putrid. I'm hearing diseased. I'm hearing infested, right? Stay in the flow. Allow yourself to be in the flow. Don't get stuck, right? Fear of failure keeps you stuck. Break free from limits to unblock your potential. Unlock and unblock your potential. Detach from the daily struggles and relax, but don't use it as a form of avoidance. Afraid to flow, afraid to move forward, afraid to just let go, detach. It says, does the glitter and riches you feel you must have, do they really suit you? Is that an object that is unattainable? Is that relationship one you want to live with? Is the house, vacation, or corner office you yearn for someone else's image of success? What is the image of success? Is it somebody else's image of success? Is it, what you see going on in other people's spaces and what they have acquired, and you're looking up to this and you are taking that on to self and missing the small successes that amount to the big thing? Yeah. Because, see, we've seen it. Where, you know, for us, you know, we have 6,079 subscribers, and we get a few, and then a few leave, and then a few more come in, and a few leave, because this is Territory Tarot Show. You show enough, never know what you're going to get. You never know what's going to come up out of here, because the Alpha and Omega going to bring it. And what they tell us to say, oh, we going to say it. And not everybody like it. They just don't. Not everybody can deal with the real, the 100%. They just can't. And we ain't perfect. I mean, we may mess around and call a car wrong. I mean, but at the end of the day, the sentiment that they give us is affirmed. You know what I mean? Is they telling us to say what we felt to say. What they give us the feeling, they tell us to say it, and we say it. And that's just it. Perfectly imperfect. That's pretty much that. You want something else? No? Okay. It says you can learn more about yourself in this manner. If you look a little deeper, you'll see that my cups contain elements of your being that need to be acknowledged. What are some things that the Most High God is trying to help you acknowledge? And it's 7 of Cups, right? It says things that need to be acknowledged, examined, and dealt with, or honored, right? Feelings desire to be felt. If you are dismissing self, or if you are unable to be vulnerable, right? Vulnerability. Look, unable to be vulnerable. Look, avoidance and vulnerability. Unable, can you show it? Unable to be vulnerable. Avoiding vulnerability, feeling like you got to be strong and I just got this weed, I got it all together. What are you talking about? It is, you know, no. Everybody goes through phases of vulnerability where they feel like they don't have it together, where they feel like it might be slipping away, where they just don't know what to do. What is the next step? It hasn't been revealed onto you. You're being held in this place, on this step to ready you for the next step. There's some things that have to be examined, acknowledged, dealt with, and honored, right? You'll find hopes and fears. Fear of failure, right? A fear of failure that keeps you blocked, keeps you stuck, unable to break free, keeping you limited in your mindset and blocking and locking your true potential. Detach. It says, you'll find hopes and fears, shadow aspects, and plenty of surprises. Sometimes I'm surprised myself when I see all that has gone into the formation of my personality. The key phrase is getting to know me. 7 of Cups energy. Getting to know me. Digging through what's in each one of those cups that you've acquired along this pathway, right? From fear to anxiety to vulnerability, escapism, whether it is what you dream about from a dream job, what are your aspirations? Is it money? Is it wisdom, right? Is it, you know, the need to help others, help self so that you can help others? What is it? How did you become you? It says in the Aquarian card, the cups content suggests the need for spiritual development, right? It says spiritual development. So the 7 of Cups is saying that there's something in us and other selves that need to be spiritually developed. And again, that's that holding space. So if you feel like you are blocked, you haven't been shown the next step, you are being contained and just like held in restraint, it's something that the spirit is doing, that it wants to develop, something that you need to examine, something that you need to acknowledge, that you need to honor, something to deal with. And as you go with that through that process, the spirit will develop in you that portion of you, of your personality, that's going to raise you up to the next level. Anything else in here? 7 of Cups energy. Creativity. Trust in self. 2 of Pentacles. Struggling and juggling something. I carefully juggle these pentacles. First, to demonstrate the importance of flexibility and perspective. Ooh, flexibility in your perspective. And also to show you that it is possible to recognize, even enjoy the dualities of life, the light and the dark, the shadow and the light, I feel. The negative and the positive and the negative. We have opposites, but why am I hearing metamorphosis, change, transformation, a death, an ending, a new beginning? Yeah, it's something ending in you and something new beginning. It could be mindset, it could be a change in belief system, perspective, right? Going back and releasing something old, something that may have helped you develop you into the person that you are. I feel like something that's irritating you, though. Something that's irritating you. I feel like almost like a lifeline, you know. Something in your lineage. I'm feeling bloodline. I'm hearing bloodline. I urge you to consider alternatives. Consider the alternatives. Like the cups. Like, what are the different possibilities? What are the alternatives in the cups? Like, what are the things that you need to evaluate, to examine? Looking at those things, being flexible in your perspective, right? It says, I urge you to consider alternatives and achieve a balance in situations. I know that it will seem difficult initially. You may want to dance around the issues. Even that can be fun, though. Just don't decide that you must take one and only one position. You don't have to take just one position. Like the divine loop that connects and contains my pentacles, dualities exist and interact within a higher principle. As the churning water behind me indicates, although you think of yourself as a creature of logic, much of what you do is influenced by your unconscious, and I'm feeling emotion. This is one of the dualities you will need to acknowledge. Seven of Cups says there's something to be acknowledged, right? And one of the things that this is telling us to acknowledge is that you don't have to be one or the other, you know. Dualities exist, right? It's all about your perspective, your balance, your flexibility, right? And again, much of what you do is influenced by your unconscious, unawareness. And it says that is what you need to acknowledge. My key phrase is physical duality. And again, I was feeling negative and positive, shadow and light, you know, materialism and wisdom, right? Being vulnerable, but also strength, inner strength, and willpower as well, beloved. All of those things in those cups, what are the things that has made you develop your own unique personality, your own unique perspective in how you see? I feel your vision, your spiritual eye, your fourth eye. I also see your two eyes, like having everything balanced out, your spirit and your physical, your sight on both planes, beloved. We have Three of Swords, grief, heartache and grief. Yes, Seven of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Although people perceive me as a sad card, I encourage you to look again, perspective, right? I bear clouds of despair, yes, but usually my heart is not bleeding. I represent false heartbreak and pain that is only temporary. As soon as you understand the reason for your situation, you'll feel better. Leaning into acknowledgement again. Looking at those cups, is the heart in one of them? Yes, yes it is. Do you have grief that's still there? Are you still reliving that grief? Did you stuff it down and avoid it because you don't want to be vulnerable? No. It's going to be different, and take it which way it resonates. If it don't resonate, you just go right ahead and leave that right on the plate. Okay, all right now. Perhaps you're focusing on past experiences and old wounds long after their emotional content has dissipated. The intensity of your disappointment may be out of proportion to what is really going on. In time, if you draw upon my logic, reason, and detachment, that's that word, you will get to the heart of the matter and understand how it fits into the greater picture. Accepting and experiencing pain, feelings require feeling. Accepting and experiencing pain promotes maturity. What's being grown up in you? What are you being called to spiritually evolve from? To have this situation evolve you, to develop you, right? Again, I feel like you will use that in terms of your creativity and whatever it is that the Most High God is working in you and through you. Yes. It says, accepting and experiencing pain promotes maturity and inner growth. My key phrase is the noble spirit. The puffy pink heart of the Aquarian deck floats against the suit's usual background. And again, no blood. The heart almost seems to be backed by a curtain of purple and gray clouds at the top. Is this merely a performance? Is it merely a performance? Anything else? No. Not to say that your pain isn't real or what you felt isn't real, but is it in perspective? Right? Keeping it in perspective. If it's past pain and past hurt that is no longer affecting you, I'm feeling like in your world now, but it's only alive in the body. It's alive in the mind. What can you do in terms of feeling it, acknowledging it, honoring it, and detaching from it so that you can release it? So that you can use the energy and the lessons of it to understand how did it grow you, how did it change you, how did it develop you. Allow the work of spiritual evolution to begin based on that event and the residual body, pain body, I feel that where it's present in your pain body, it's present in your mind. And I'm seeing the word subconscious. Subconsciously, are you holding on to things that have ended? And are you still moving from a place of pain that has now dissipated, where you have been protected from it, it has been removed, you are shielded and guarded, but maybe for you it is mentally blocking you still. You know, maybe when you look at your cup of possibilities, you're still choosing the brokenheartedness. You're still choosing the pain versus wisdom, versus, even the diamond that represents, the fact that I've gone through this pressure to create the diamond that I am. And that takes vulnerability, right? Face hidden anxieties and insecurities head on. So whatever that pain is, whether it's or dis-ease or grief, insecurity, anxiety, that pressure made you into a diamond. And if the incident, the event has dissipated, the culprit has been you know, booted. I feel maybe the emotion is still in you, and you still feel it on a very real, in a very real way, where it keeps that energy alive in you, Ashe. Escapism, right? Detach from daily struggles and relax, but don't use it as a form of avoidance. Is that anxiety and grief and heartache, worry, insecurity? Is it a way for you to avoid certain things? Is it a fear? Is it creating the fear of failure, where it's like, okay, well, I knew I wasn't worthy based on the track record of before, something about that, because we saw track record with trust and being able to trust in one's own abilities, right? Dreams. You want this one? Dreams. And then we're going to do 7 spiritual laws of success, 3557. Thank you guys so much. If this is resonating with anyone, hashtag resonate, hashtag Weep Nation. Thank you. Perseverance and perspective. And we saw perspective. We see perseverance. You can get through. There's a vision. There's definitely a dream here. There's something that the Most High God has given on to you. Something that you're creating. Something that you're doing. Right? And you see it. I felt third eye and fourth eye. I feel pineal and pituitary gland activation. I feel alpha and omega, but we see the conscious self, the subconscious self, and the higher self. Your conscious self may not always be aware of what's in your subconscious. And when we feel like we're stuck and we're locked and we're blocked, it's because our higher self is calling us to see something different, to evolve spiritually, to pay attention to feelings and emotions that, require to be felt. They have to be felt and they have to be honored, right? They have to be acknowledged so that you can release them, you can detach from them, and you can let them go. You can get the lesson. Balance. To bring the balance, that 2 of Pentacles, right? That you are not just one thing, and you don't have to be just this or that. It's a balance between the two. To be flexible in your perspective. And that's what 2 of Pentacles said, to balance your perspectives, to be flexible. You can persevere through any storm, but I feel like whatever block is here, it is lighting you up so that you can get inspiration. You can see what's inside, right? It is bringing in light from the darkness. But we know that lightning comes from like frictions and ions in the atmosphere and all of this chaos, and that lightning strike, boom, and it comes in, right? The storms that come, they come from energy that is being generated. So even when you feel like you're blocked and you can't move, that's not true. There is energy. There's a current brewing and raging inside of you. I feel a storm. I feel the tornado swirling, a lot of energy. And to pull that energy up, I feel it and use it, vision, so that you can see your way forward. Even see it for yourself. Spiritually, you can see it and you can use it. You can do something with it. Love is here. I feel love of self. I feel your highest self loving on you. We see guidance. Maybe asking guidance from those who love you, your loved ones, your spirit guides that are with you to help you. We got the energy of hope, pray, and have faith. Take a lot of that. Hope and pray and have faith. Have faith. Anything else in here? I say. Acceptance. Acceptance of you. I feel physical and spiritual. What's on the other side? Forgiveness. Maybe you need to offer yourself forgiveness and just realize that you're on the right path, beloved. You are. You could be offering yourself forgiveness. You could have some confusion, Seven of Cups energy, right? Examining things, acknowledging things, you know, even forgiveness of the confusion over what needs to be forgiven. But even the fact that whether it's people from the past that you may not have forgiven, I'm feeling unforgiveness. And it could be stuff that has spanned years, beloved. 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra, one of my favorite. We see chapter 5, the law of intention and desire, right? What is your intention? Is it materialism? Are you looking at towards, you know, a platform of success based on somebody else's desires, right? Chapter 5, right? 65 is 11. Things coming together. The law of intention and desire. Inherent in every intention and desire is the mechanics for its fulfillment. It shall be fulfilled. It was built in, beloved. You are built for this. It says, intention and desire in the field of pure potentiality have infinite organizing power. Infinite organizing power. Infinite. Again, 90% of the battle is mental. So if you are mentally blocked or you are holding on to a sense of control that it must unfold in a certain type of way, then you are constraining the power of the Most High God of the universe, Ashe. You are not allowing the infinite organizing power to go to work. The word and the breath move forward. If that word was called, the intention and desire has been spoken, then the ability for it to be fulfilled is already baked in. And it shall be done. You just have to have faith, hope, pray, wait, and see. When we introduce an intention into the fertile ground of pure potentiality, we put this infinite organizing power to work for us. The 5th spiritual law of success is the law of intention and desire. The law is based on the fact that energy and information exist everywhere in nature. In fact, at the level of the quantum field, and we spoke on the quantum field, there is nothing other than energy and information. Energy and information, waves, currency, energy. The quantum field is just another label for the field of pure consciousness, subconsciousness. That's it. Right? And this field is influenced by intention and desire. Let's examine the process in detail. A flower, a rainbow, a tree, a blade of grass, a human body, when broken down to their essential components, are energy and information. The whole universe in its essential nature is the movement of energy and information. It's never still, beloved, never still. We talked about flatline, right? Okay. The only difference between you and the tree is the informational and energy content of your respective bodies. Information and energy content of the respective body. It's the only difference between me and that tree. Well, not that tree. Y'all know what I'm saying? Even still, same thing. Okay? On the material level, both you and the tree are made up of the same recycled elements. Mostly carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and other elements in minute amounts. You could buy these elements in a hardware store for a couple of dollars. The difference, therefore, between you and the tree is not the carbon or the hydrogen or the oxygen. In fact, you and the tree are constantly exchanging your carbon and oxygen with each other. The real difference between the two of you is in the energy and in the information. In the scheme of nature, you and I are a privileged species. We are a privileged species. We have these 8 wonders that are used to experience creation on a whole different level. Like we can see it, taste it, smell it, hear it, feel it. We have emotions, energy, and motion. We have these visions I'm talking about, and then being consciously aware that everything is connected, tethered to the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega that made it all, that begat it. Come on now, that's a privilege. It says we have a nervous system that is capable of becoming aware of the energy and information content of that localized field that gives rise to our physical body. We experience this field subjectively as our own thoughts, feelings, emotions, desires, memories, instincts, drives, and beliefs. This same field is experienced objectively as a physical body. And through the physical body, we experience this field as the world. But it's all the same stuff. That's why the ancient seers explained or exclaimed, I am that, you are that, all is that, and that's all there is. Creation is whole. Creation is complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. You have an intention and a desire. The ability to see it, to feel it, was already baked in it. The wisdom of the universe, of the Alpha and the Omega, has already put in everything that is needed for its fulfillment. The ancient seers exclaimed, I am that, you are that, all of this is that, and that is all there is. Intention lays the groundwork for the effortless, spontaneous, frictionless flow of pure potentiality, seeking expression from the unmanifest to the manifest. Intention, our intentions, lays the groundwork for the effortless, spontaneous, frictionless flow of pure potentiality, seeking expression from the unmanifest to the manifest. The only caution is that you use your intent for the benefit of mankind, for creation, the highest, creating heaven always, beloved. This happens spontaneously when you are in alignment with the 7 spiritual laws of success. Intention is the real power behind desire. Intent alone is very powerful because intent is desire without attachment to the outcome, detached from the daily struggle. Yes. Desire alone is weak because desire in most people is attention with attachment to results that are usually based on what you see from something else. Is it somebody else's picture of success? Is it something that you're coveting? Could be. Intention is desire with strict adherence to all the other laws, but particularly the law of detachment, which is the 6th spiritual law of success. Intention combined with detachment leads to life-centered, present moment awareness. And when action is performed in present moment awareness, it is most effective. Your intent is for the future, but your attention is in the present. As long as your attention is in the present, then your intent for the future will manifest because the future is created in the present and the now, beloved. You must accept the present as is. Yes, Accept the present and intend on the future. The future is something you can always create through detached intention, but you should never struggle against the present. The past, present, and future are all properties of consciousness. The past is recollection, memory, and recollection. The future is anticipation. The present is awareness. Therefore, time is the movement of thought. Both past and future are born in the imagination. Your dreams, yes, daydreaming. Only the present, which is awareness, is real and eternal. It is. It is a potentiality for space, time, matter, and energy. It is an eternal field of possibilities, experiencing itself as abstract forces, whether they be light, heat, electricity, magnetism, or gravity. These forces are neither in the past nor in the future. They just are. The law of detachment. Today, I will commit myself to detachment. I will allow myself and those around me the freedom to be as they are. Who's speaking? The Omega says, allow them the freedom to be as they are. Allow yourself to the free. Allow yourself the freedom to just be. That's what Omega said. I will not rigidly impose my idea of how things should be. Yes. I will not rigidly impose my ideas of how things should be. No. I will not force solutions on problems, thereby creating new problems. I will participate in everything with detached involvement. I will step into the field of all possibilities and anticipate the excitement that can occur when I remain open to infinite choices. Infinite choices. When I step into the field of all possibilities, I will experience all the fun, adventure, magic, majesty, majestic. I felt majestic. And mystery of life. Mystery of life. Mysticism. And something here. Acceptance in the now so that you can get up and move and you're no longer complacent. Accept the miracles that can come about. Letting things go. Endings and new beginnings. Perfection. Everything is whole. Everything is complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Accept your perspective, right? If you change your perspective and accept things as they are now, right? Everything is okay. It should be. Even if you are isolated, even if you're being taken to a place where you have to contend with what's in those cups, what developed you into being you. Coming into balance with your perspective, juggling your duality, the dark, the light, the positive, the negative, all of your elements, accepting it, knowing that you can get through it, coming to balance, loving on self, letting some old things die, right? I mean, if it's over, feel the feeling. The feelings have to be felt. And then you can release it. You can acknowledge it. You can deal with it. You can honor it. you can honor it. See vanity and materialism right here. And then we see faith and self-worth, right? Do you believe that you're worth it, or are you looking at something that somebody else set forth, right? Is it a goal or an intention based on somebody else's desires? What is that, right? But there's some things to honor, to acknowledge, to deal with, to release it. And I definitely feel honoring. This could be physical, where that heartbreak is still there, that sense of grief, the insecurities, the anxiety. But this could just be representing of past memories and things that have happened, things that are in those cups, right? That you have to acknowledge. You don't have to do a fuck shit thing now, but spirits say it would behoove you to honor the past, the memories, those things that developed you into this person, and to go ahead and release them, to let it go, detach from it. You will see the miracles unfold. Who knows where you will go? Who knows? Quest. It might bring you back home to you, right? It may take you to far off lands. Dream job being revealed and realized and manifested. Definitely says you are on the right path, beloved. On the right path. We see vulnerability. Don't avoid it. We see career is here. I'm concentrating on my career and I'm focused on advancing no matter what it takes. That energy is there. Thank you to the Most High God for bringing this message. If you resonate, again, hashtag resonate, hashtag acceptance, hashtag perfection, hashtag I'm worth it. Blocks released, blocks removed, obstacles removed. Success will find you. This is in reverse, and it says sacred journey. We saw on the right path, and we saw quest, miracle to quest, right? Sacred journey. I am brave. I am a brave explorer on a sacred journey. I do not let the expectations of others decide my future. Expectations of others, intention and desires of others could be, again, what is your goals? How did you set them? What is your picture of success, right, beloved? Are you allowing others to, or past situations and events, to deter you from going on your journey, from stepping out, right, as a form of avoidance, right? Is that a part of what's blocking you mentally, blocking your creativity, keeping you from the ability to trust, beloved? I boldly explore my world to discover destiny. I look to the constellations of my heart to steer me. I am a brave explorer on a sacred journey. I do not let the expectations of others decide my future. I boldly explore my world to discover destiny. I look to the constellations, yes, of my heart to steer me. Look to the constellations of your heart to steer you. The mountain ascent. You are climbing up, beloved, and the closer you get to the top, the steeper it gets. I feel victory. I feel success. I feel Six of Wands. I feel that the fulfillment of whatever it is that you are intending and desire is already baked in. The success, the victory has already been called, beloved. You just can't quit climbing. Though the way is steep and winding, I journey up the mountain. I find strength in knowing that others have reached the summit before me. I ascend for myself and on behalf of those who come after me. If you see others and they have attained that level of success that you're desiring, not to say that their picture of success should be your goal, but to know that they did it gives you confirmation, that track record you can trust that it can be done, beloved. Simone Biles didn't have that mental fortitude by being like, I'm just that only one to do it. No, there was ones that came before her. I'm thinking about Miss Dominique Dawes. You know what I mean? That what she had to persevere through. I mean, talking about being one of the coldest, especially brown-skinned girls in the game, to do it when she was doing it. I can imagine Miss young Simone looking up to Dominique saying, I can do it too. Now she's a GOAT, changing the game and pushing the bar. And it's going to be another one that's looking up at Simone. Pretty other ones. I mean, like Jordan Child. She already okay, I know I can do it. Look at, and I'm training with the GOAT, sitting underneath their tutelage and getting this inspiration and this learning and this mentorship. Of course, it can be done, beloved. And there's going to be many more after them generations that's going to look at them and do the same thing. It can be done. It can be done. And if I have that intention and that desire detached from how the outcome comes, I'm ready to go through it, to face the challenges, the blocks knocking mental blocks down, escapism out of there. We going to face it. We going to be vulnerable and stay on the pathway because we know we can do it. It's been done. I've seen it. And the track record is already laid out. We got a schematic. We got a roadmap. Now, doesn't mean that everything going to be exactly the same. Absolutely not. But because I could be called to do things a little bit different, beloved. But again, it's going to let somebody coming behind me know that they can do it different, y'all. And that's just it. Anything else, beloved? Most High God said no, that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Tears of Little show, where you sure enough never know what you're going to get, beloved. You just never know. It's like a whole box of chocolates, because life be life, and y'all. Just saying. Alpha says, get ready, because your victory is close at hand. Your victory is close at hand. Get ready. You in this space because there's something that needs to be recognized, to be felt with, to be acknowledged, to be examined, to be felt and released. And whatever that thing is, it is spiritually growing thee. Another level of maturity. So you can do what? Handle this victory. I say, loving y'all like we love us, because we love the Alpha and Omega that made us and called us to be the infinite intelligence breathing. The word lives in this day. We just read it, not just because they told us to say it. Sometimes folks need to see it so that they can believe it. But we say, believe it, because then you will see it. To the next now. I say.